Welcome back to OK Let's Go RV. My name is Scott and behind the camera today is Ellen. You ever find yourself wondering if you can trust these manual gauges on your propane tanks? Well, in today's video, I'm going to show you why you may not be able to trust them as much as you think. Stick around. Okay, so here is our setup. We've got two 40-pound propane tanks that share a common regulator and a common gauge. And the problem right now is I have no idea which one of these tanks may be full, empty, halfway full, or whatever. So I don't know which one to remove and go get filled up. Now in a couple of days we're going to be taking off, and I want to make sure that we have enough propane on board to do whatever we need to do, because I don't know when's the next time I'll be able to get propane. So the key is, though, I really do know what levels the tanks are at, and that's because I'm using the Mopeka propane tank level sensors. And as you can see right now, the left tank is at 100% and the right tank is completely empty. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I put on the Mopeka sensors, and I'm also going to show you a slight improvement I made. Stick around. Okay, before I get into that, let me tell you how this is supposed to work. This lever right here has a little embossment on here that says supply, and you point this or move it towards the tank that you want to draw from. Eventually what's supposed to happen is once one of the tanks goes low, the regulator will automatically switch and start drawing from the other tank. Now, I don't know what's going on here, but the theory is that this is supposed to turn red when one of the tanks goes low. I know this tank is nearly empty. It's at 0% according to Mopeka, and I've also shut off this tank. Turn this tank on, I can't get any propane in the rig. So I'm going with this tank is definitely empty. So I don't know if this is working properly. I don't know if I'm just not reading it properly, or it's just wildly ineffective. So that's why I don't trust it, and that's why I'm using the Mopeka. So let me get into showing you how I get those installed. All right, hopefully you can see that. So there's the Mopeka sensor right there, and the way that it attaches, I can just take it off, is it's got a couple of magnets here, and in the installation kit they give you a little bit of dielectric grease, I guess it is. And what you do is you basically just put it there like that, and then you use the app and you hit the sync button and you sync it up. And there's a way to center it too, where you want to move this to center it. The other thing that the Mopeka kit comes with are these aluminum standoffs that you kind of bang onto the tank here. Those are only required if you don't have enough clearance between the bottom lip here and this. So that would be sitting right against the metal plate. The problem is that I even had to go out and buy more of these because they broke. They're not very sturdy. So I'm going to take these off and show you what I'm using instead. That should kind of do the same thing. I've got these tank halos, which are rubber, and they give just enough clearance, and they also won't rust or scratch your where you put these. So I put that there, and that gives me just enough clearance, and I'll leave links to this stuff down below. And that's it. That's all it takes. So I'm going to go fill up the tank, and then I'll put it back in, and we'll see that this goes to 100% once I obviously fill it up all the way. So that's all there is to putting them on. The app is the key. You get the app loaded onto your Android or iPhone, and away you go. All right, be back in a bit. All right, so I'm going to make an update on that. So this will not work on my rig. So you're going to want to make sure that you check on your rig to make sure that it works for you. It works on my buddies, but I'll show you why it doesn't work on mine. So when I do put this on, take these clips off and put this on, I do get enough clearance between the bottom of this and the bottom of the sensor. But the problem is, over here, on the base of the propane shelf, there are these bolts, and those bolts protrude up. So of course those make it more difficult. The tank won't sit level unless I use the aluminum spacers. So my advice would be to purchase some extra aluminum spacers, because they do fall off, they do break, they're pretty brittle. And I'll put links for those down below as well. So sorry about that misinformation. your mileage may vary. Always good to do your own research and confirm. There you go. All right, so here we are. I got the tank filled, put it back in. I have both tanks turned on. I moved this switch over to the other tank while I was going to get this one refilled, and as you can see, there is no change in the gauge. It is identical to the way that it was. So again, not sure how reliable that is or what it's even doing. But as we can see from the Mopeka app, that one tank, the left tank is still at 100% because we didn't use anything, and the right tank is at 98%. You will get some variation on that due to pressure, and maybe they didn't fill it up, all the way. But there you go. They're definitely filled, and I can tell what I have. So there you go. There is the update. We're done. So if you got value from this video, please like and subscribe to it, and I'll keep you updated with more updates these newbies come across as we go forward. Thanks a lot for watching. See you later.